Hello everyone, welcome to Queen & Co.'s YouTube channel. My name is Tina Smith and today I'm super excited to share a project with you. Actually two projects. We're using the Heartfelt Holiday Card Making Kit. This kit is loaded for the holidays and they're very fun and easy to create shaker elements and holiday cards using it. So we're going to take a look at the kit and then we're going to jump in and create a couple of card making projects. I went ahead and took everything out of the package and we're going to start by going over our 6x6 full-size paper pack. There's lots of fun pattern papers in here. There are how many sheets? You get 24 papers and there's 3 of each style. They're front and back. You get polka dot stripes, tone on tones, multi-prints. I love this paper pack. Goes all things Christmas. This is included in the kit. Also included in the kit are the dies, and there's lots in here. In fact, if you flip over your cover sheet that's in your kit, it tells you everything that that kit will make with the dies. You can mix and match, and I love that you can do that with these dies. And there is stitch detail, which makes it pretty fabulous. So those are your dies. Also included is not one, but you get 3 of the shaker foam elements from the Heartfelt Holiday. This has all of the elements you need to create shakers for what I had showed you. So 7 shakers with your dies you can make with the foam. But the nice thing is there's 3 sets in here. So you can create lots and lots, 21 foam pieces that you can use. And I actually like to use the leftover pieces too for adding a little bit of dimension to my cards. So lots of foam to go with your shaker elements. And then you also get a clear photopolymer stamp set. Let me bring in a piece of cardstock so you can see. This is the Heartfelt Holiday stamp set. It has every sentiment that you can imagine. In fact, on the back of your insert sheet, it shows you what sentiments can go with each one of the shaker elements, which is pretty neat. Fabulous stamp set. We're going to be using that on our card projects today. You also get the acetate covers that will cover each one of the shaker elements. So you get the mug, the star, the poinsettia, the Santa, the angel, the ornaments. All of these are your acetate covers that make creating your shakers super easy. And you get 3 of each. Just like the foam, you get 3 of each of these. You get a package of those. And then last but not least, you get shaker bits. Lots of shaker bits. Let me go over them with you. You get lots of shaker bits to fill in your shaker cards. How cute are these little snowmen? Okay, and then you get some snowflakes. You get 2 shades of green stars. You also get some peppermint candies. Actually, you get 2 different colors of candies. Get some green and some red. You also get some stockings. How adorable are those? And then you also get some snowballs. These are white pearls. So you get 8 shaker bits in total. That's everything that comes in our Heartfelt Holiday Kit. We're going to put off everything to the side. I'm going to trim down some pattern papers and we're going to make some cards. Okay, I picked out some pattern papers and we're going to make 2 cards today. One of them is going to have the beautiful flower, the poinsettia. So I'm going to do some die cutting. Also, there's a flower that we're going to die cut out 4 times with this. This is the red pattern paper that has the snowflakes on it. And then we will also die cut out this Noel shaker with the red cardstock. We're going to die cut out some of the holly leaves with this green Christmas tree. And with this green paper, we're going to die cut out the ornament that says Believe. And we have some ornament toppers And then we also have this piece. We're going to take this, and this creates a real pretty bow. So we're going to take some white cardstock, and we are going to trim down some ornament toppers and also a couple bows for our card today. I am going to run these through my die cut machine, and I will be right back. I have everything die cut out for my first card. I did go ahead and die cut out circles using some of the pattern papers that kind of nested together. We're going to be doing some layering with these. And before we do anything else, we're going to take out our acetate that goes over our shaker elements. So for this card we need the poinsettia, but I'm also going to take out the ornament and the star for my next card. We're going to take this pattern paper, and I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. We're going to trim this down so the stripes are going horizontal. We're going to trim this down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to take this and place this on an A2 size card base. Using my tape runner, we'll go ahead and tack this down. We're going to take our circles and layer all 3 of these together. And then I want to tack this down so a little bit of it's overhanging off of the left side. And then I'm going to flip it over using my scissors. We're going to trim away what's overhanging. Okay, let's begin our shaker. We're going to take our shaker foam. We're going to go ahead and punch out our poinsettia. And you can always use the negative piece too, because this piece coordinates with the inside piece here beautifully. So if you want an extra shaker element, you have that option also. But we're going to use the inside on our card today. We're going to go ahead and place where we want our shaker element. I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper off of one side. And it just peels right off. We're going to go ahead and place this on our circle. I think that's a good spot. And then I'm going to take the inside of this piece, and I'm going to go ahead and insert this on the inside of my card. We'll just tack that down. I love that these are so easy to make. Once this is tacked down, we're going to bring in some shaker bits. For this card, I think we're going to add some of the pearls. We'll add a few of those. And I think I'm going to add some of the darker green stars too. Now I'm going to remove the release paper. And it peels away very easy. I'm going to go ahead and take my acetate, and I'm going to lay it right over that foam. And what this does is it seals in all the shakers super easily. So much fun. Okay, we're going to take our outline. I'm going to use my tape runner. We're going to add some adhesive behind it. And we're going to go ahead and tack this down. And we created a shaker in no time. Okay, we have the smaller poinsettias. I'm going to use just a little bit of glue, and we're going to layer, we're going to layer 2 of our poinsettias, the smaller ones, together. This creates a nice dimensional flower. We're going to add our smaller poinsettias to our card, and we'll just tack this down. And I'll do this, and I'm going to do the same to this one. I went ahead and die cut out a couple white holly leaves. We're going to add 2 together, and then we're going to do a little tucking with these. I'm going to bring in some iridescent bubbles. We added a little bit of sparkle to our card. For my greeting, we're going to stamp "'Tis the Season to Sparkle." I'm going to use my black ink for this. We'll stamp this on some white cardstock. And I'm just going to use my paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim this out and block it off. I'm going to take the leftover foam that we have in our kit, and I'm going to go ahead and add 1 piece behind my sentiment. I'm going to go ahead. We'll tack this down at the very bottom of our card, and that will finish card number 1. For my next card, we're going to create a double shaker, and these are pretty large, and putting them on an A2 size card base, it kind of takes up a lot of room. For my next card, we're going to create a double shaker. So we're going to overlap slightly. To overlap the shakers, it's really easy to do. I'll show you how to do that. First, we're going to take the outline here, and I'm going to use my scissors, and we are going to cut a background for the shaker here. Okay. And I already did the believe. So we have backgrounds for both of our shaker elements. I'm going to go ahead and take our foam. We're going to punch these out. We're going to do the ornament and the star ornament. We're going to remove the inside piece here. Okay, and then I'm going to place the foam on that backing that we created. First with this ornament. I think we're going to do some peppermints. And we'll do some stars too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take our acetate. We're going to go ahead and layer that right on top. I'm going to take the top piece. We're going to add some tape behind here. We're going to go ahead and tack this down right over the top. Okay, let's go ahead and add a little dot of glue, and we can add the very top of our ornament. We'll just tack this down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side, and before we start our second one, I have some strips of pattern papers. We have a 1-inch strip, a 1 1/4 inch strip, and a 3/4 inch strip. What we're going to do is take these and we're going to fishtail the bottom. We're going to create a bannered background for this card. I know there's some foundation dies that have some banners, so you can use those if you'd like. We're going to go ahead and just do a quick. We're going to start by taking our red polka dot. I'm going to add some adhesive behind here, and I'm going to tack this down. So about 1/2 inch is showing on the left. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the 1-inch strip. We're going to go ahead and add this. And then we have the stripes. I think we're going to tuck the stripes underneath here. Okay, we're going to flip this around. Anything that's overhanging, we're going to trim away. And then I'm going to take this ornament. I'm going to use glue. We're going to add some adhesive behind here. These make great gift tags too. And I'm going to add this at the very top. And then I'm kind of going to play around with my placement with this next. Now, for my next shaker, it's going to overlap just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is mark the area that's overlapping with the pencil. Using my scissors, I'm going to go ahead and trim away that piece that we marked. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper off of the back of it. And then we're going to tack this down to our background. I have a little bit overhanging, so I'm just going to trim what's overhanging away. Like so. Okay, so we have a funny looking shaker, but once we put this against here, it's going to become whole again. So I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive behind here. Now, using this shaker as a stopper, we're going to go ahead and tack this down here. And I'm going to go ahead and take this, I'm going to trim away this top portion so a little bit's peeking out, and this way we can do a little tucking. Now we're going to use our, we're going to add some toppings to our star shaker. We're just going to use the same ones. We'll add some peppermints here. Now this one I'm going to do a little bit different. What I want to do is take my star acetate. I put adhesive behind this piece that we trimmed away. I'm going to go ahead and layer this on my acetate. And then we'll tack that down. The piece that's overhanging, I'm going to trim off with my scissors. Okay, and then we're going to remove the release paper here. I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to tack this down. Now there's going to be a little bit overhanging, so I'm going to lift up this ornament piece and tuck it under the border here. And then we're going to go ahead and tack that down. And we have two shakers that aren't going to go anywhere. Okay, I have the ornament topper for the star. It's a more pointed one. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here, and we're going to add this at the very top. We'll let that dry. And in the meantime, we're going to create some bows. These pieces create real fun bows. So my paper doesn't crack, I'm going to use something round. This is my jewel picker here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of curl the edges off of our bows. This just helps when you create your bow so the paper doesn't break. We're just going to create those. Now I'm going to go ahead and add glue on the back side here to both of them. And then we're going to go ahead and turn over our bow, and the very ends we are going to tack down to this line right here. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. Pull it in and just tack it down. You can see the bow forming. Let me zoom in for you. See how the bow forms really easy? I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Okay, and then this piece here, this piece here, we're going to wrap it around like so, and then a little glue to the back side here. And I'll trim off what's overhanging. You could flip it around one more time if you'd like, but I just trim it a little bit. Hold it down. Now the back side of your bow is nice and flat. And then the front. How cute is this? There's our bow. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. We're going to add a little bit of glue. We're going to wrap it around. Flip it to the back side. We're going to wrap it around, flip it to the back side, and then I'm going to add a little more glue. And we'll just tack this down. So both of our bows are done, and you can do this with pattern paper that I think would look so fun. I'm going to go ahead and add both of our bows to our shaker with a little bit of glue. Actually, we're going to go ahead and add our holly leaves in this top corner, and then I'm going to bring back some of my iridescent bubbles here, and we're going to create some berries with these for our holly. And then that will finish off my card today. Super fun. I'm not going to add any greeting to this because we have the Believe and the Noel. Let's take a look at both cards that we made today with the Queen & Co.'s Heartfelt Holiday Kit. This is a card making kit that has everything in it. And I thank you so much for joining me. Well, I'll be back pretty soon for another card making project using the same Heartfelt Holiday Kit. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.